very young age. I'm sure I was probably born with it. I remember even when I was very little, I mean in primary school I was still performing. Funny enough, I was in the same group with Yvonne Nelson at a point. Myself, her, and a guy called Nitete. We used to, perform together, but we used to mimic other artists. And then Reggie Rockstone came and hip life became the thing. I've always been around music. Well, I have a music history. Back then, I did the Kidda Fest, I did the Fan Worlds, I did the Recognizes. Even when I was in primary JHS, I was hanging around music heads. I was lucky to be around people. A lot of people were doing music. Like my dad would play music every day, and our house was a bit liberal. So we have all the guys in the neighborhood coming through our house just to sit there and then vibe, and then they'll play music. So when I was little, I remember there was a time Komaika, who is one of Ghana's great legends, music legends, came to our house. A lot of celebrities used to come to our house back then. And he got me a new pair of sneakers and everything. And he actually said that this guy is going to be a great musician one day. I really, really remember. I was little, but I remember it. I used to be part of a group in JHS. In primary, and then we all grew up into JHS, and we used to be, what was the name? They used to call us Menace to Society. And Menace to Society, I remember when we were writing the songs, I was always active with the writing. There were times where we would write a song, and those were the days where there were events that encouraged writing. For instance, Fan World will always give you a theme. Fan World used to say, okay, this time we're talking about teenage pregnancy, so most of the songs are about teenage pregnancy. And I remember we did a song, Abufraba Neniate, something like that. And then we did a song about teenage pregnancy. And you always had joy, especially when, Fan World, you have to go take your song and hope that it will be picked before you can perform. And then a few other, events. One of the memories I have is when we were writing that song about pregnancy or teenage pregnancy or so, and I was so sure that this song was going to be picked, and then we went and the guy said, no, the song had some explicit lyrics in it, and they said no, they were not going to take it. Well, I think I've been drawn more towards life and things happening around me. I'm particularly concerned about having a sane environment or a sane society. Though I know, or it seems like it's highly impossible, because pretty much everybody is crazy, even myself, everybody is crazy, and you're trying to bring sanity, and it's tough because the whole world is either dancing or, nobody wants to sit down and think and plan. So we've left that to just a few people. I don't believe that wisdom is in the hands of just a few or selected few. It's not in the hands of certain professions. It's not in the hands, certain professionals. It's not in the hands of certain. So whenever I sit to write, I feel like I'm in the office to also affect change. So what can I write that can change someone or change a generation? And that's what informs my writing now. Before then, we just wanted to have fun. Do a song that will get people dancing, jamming, have fun, and then that's it. But I want to be a musician with purpose, and for me to be able to achieve that, I need to be on a certain path. And for some time, that's what I've been up to. There are artists that I've always wanted to record with, and then they'll say, come around me, let's vibe, let's, maybe drink, and I don't drink. So how can we vibe, Can we vibe without a drink? Can we just connect? Telling me I don't need any form of magic. Yeah, I thank God. It's a gift that God gave me, and I don't even try. I've even gotten to a point where I write the song, melodiously, and I don't even have to pen it down. It just comes and I record. Yeah. So where would it go? I actually paid Genius a visit in his studio, and there was a guitarist there who's also my friend. He's part of the band, Safar Band. And I said, Genius, Charlie, today let's record something. And he was like, what? I mean, I don't even know, but I feel I want to do something that, talks about life and where we're going in life. And he said, oh, Trey, you, every day you want to do something, life. I said, yeah, but this time, I want us to play around certain guitar lines, especially the way the Nigerians pick their chords and all that. And then, and I said, okay, you play something and let me vibe to it. Then I fell asleep. So by the time I woke up, he had just done some synths and all that. And then the guitarist was playing along. And I was like, Charlie, this be the song. So I took my phone, I started recording the hook of the song, where we they go, where we they go. So I started recording, and then the verses, I said, no, I won't write down the verse, otherwise it will be too planned, too calculated. So when I got there, where we they go, oh, where we they go, I said, let me go into the booth. And so I put that down, I came back, I said, no, I won't write this. And I went back in, I said, start recording the verses. So I sang from my heart, let me just pour my heart out. And then that was it. So that song actually didn't take much. It was the mixing that took some time, but recording the song, because I loved it. So whilst I was recording, I was just enjoying it. I would have probably not recorded the Egyptian song today. I would have probably not recorded the Egyptian song because I feel like it's been the one song that everybody tags me with. I wanted people, and because it wasn't an original, I want people to always enjoy the original song, the original organic song. But I mean, I don't regret it at all. I mean, it's not something that I rule out. Charlie was one of the songs that put me out there. And like I said, those days we wanted to party. It was about partying and having fun. So anything that makes the party a party, we did it. But today, even if I record a party song, I'm sure it will come with different elements, of music. Every heartbreak will probably give me a big song. But I grew numb. I grew numb to certain emotions. But in the past, like I remember songs like Wusikenti, came out of, issues with maybe friends, and the least thing that happens, I jump into the studio, I record. Even Nobody Knows Tomorrow was like that. Songs like My Jolly and all those things, they were out of my emotions, things that were happening around the time. Everything I recorded between 2010 and 2015 was real life songs, real life stories. However, I grew numb, like I said. So yes, they influenced the writing, but I don't really, base it on that. I like to generalize it now, but first, mostly they were things that have to do with me or were happening to me. Honestly, I'm never satisfied. I'm never satisfied. But I just allow it to slide when maybe everybody's saying, you choose, this one there is done. This one, let's leave it. And then there are some few people I play my songs to before they come out. And then there are other people too who, when it comes out and they hear it first, they criticize. So if the promotion has not gone on too much, I pull the song back and I work on it again. So there's never a time when I know that the song is done. Me, I'm never satisfied. Like I always want to go on and on. Let's do this mix. Let's cut here. Charlie, here, don't you think if we put some trumpet here, it will be better? Don't you think here, if we put, I'm never satisfied. So mostly I don't get to the studio till the producer is done and say, Charlie, I'm done with arrange. I'm only there during arrangement. Song arrangement and those things, I'll be there because I know what I want to hear. And then after the producer does everything, I come back, the engineer does everything, I come back, and then I influence it a little bit and I leave it because I never stop. I will always want to change something a lot. I think I'm the biggest critic of my work, and it's not good. It always affects the work after. I feel it makes me get too careful with what I do next, and it affects my creativity. So now I've stopped, so I don't listen to my songs again. I don't remember the last time, unless it's being played on radio, fine. But I don't, because when I listen to it, I feel like, this, I could have done this better. I could have sang here better. I didn't like the voice. The key is too low and all of that, you know. So, yeah, I'm a big critic of my own song. It will taste like jollof with boiled eggs and chicken with sausages inside and shrimps. To take like jollof with everything. Ghanaian jollof. Well, in a way, you know, it makes me sometimes not even want to revisit the song or even release it. But I've grown to accept people's opinions, so now it doesn't. I just released Show Me Your Love, which is a song, you know, that was inspired by the Opambo Band's old song. And when I did the initial one, I took it to Rexoma's studio, Rexoma's office. He listened and he gave me his opinion on it. Initially, if it was before, I would have felt a certain way. But when he said it, and I went back and I did the changes that he said. And yes, he had a point, and it sounded different and better than, you know, it was originally. So yeah, it doesn't affect me negatively, it affects me positively. And yes, it makes me want to change certain things. Yes, I think creativity is something that was given to everybody. However, not everyone is able to discover it at the same time. Some never discover it at all. They never get to their creative side. Some think they are not creative, but believe me, everybody is creative. The way we think, most importantly, our thoughts about life, our thoughts that everything, we're selfish, but we don't see it. That everything that doesn't sit right with me is not right. And everything that sits right with me should be universally accepted. You know, for me, maybe that's the bit I would change. I think that people hate rebuke, and that must change. Charlie, I stop creating, I go out, I love to drive. So I'll just take a long drive and I'll not visit that particular work again. I'll take a long drive, you know, do something. Normally sit out. I don't like the beach, so I don't go to the beach. But I unwind by just being there. You know, taking a break and then probably sleep. By the time I wake up, I'm refreshed. I'm not easily swayed. I'm not easily swayed, so I'm hardly, when I get a block, like a writer's block or a creative block, it's easy for me to come back. I just leave the work I'm doing, take a little break, or take just a sleep, or by the time I wake up, I'm back to the work. So many. so many. Hey! Last time, Genius was playing a list of songs for me, and they are all halfway through done. And I'm thinking, Charlie, if I release them too, Charlie, they go be. And these are like 3 years ago, 4 years ago songs, so I never visited them. And there's some beats too that when you get, Charlie, the beats are too good that when you start, you feel like, how did I not finish this song? You know, it's because sometimes you feel like the songs are too good, the beats are too good, you don't want to spoil them. Sometimes you feel like, Charlie, this one is too much. I'll come back and do it. Sometimes you genuinely wanted to finish it, but you never was able to come back to it. So yeah, there's so many. I have so many songs and so many creative works I never finished. To be music. It will be music. But it to be drawing or painting, yeah. The caring parts. I love to love, you know. Sometimes I wish I could pour myself into people. I wish people could just get the simple ways of going through life. You know, I know people will insult me and people will say, you know, like depression is mental health and stuff like that. But I feel like there's certain things we bring on ourselves. I feel like, you know, the pressures of life only weighs you down when you succumb to it. you know, and this part of me, I like to share it a lot. And you can tell in my music, from Sikenti, from Jinyame, from my life, from where we they go, you know, my cry for sanity. Yeah. I put all of my soul, my mind, my heart into it, and I still set my mind free so that I can get the results. It's because the song must flow. You know, the vibe you put on the song is the vibe that people are gonna catch. That one I've learned it from experience. The vibe you put on the song is the vibe that people are gonna catch. That's why I even stopped like penning it down. Because when I pen it down, it becomes too deep. Trust me, people think that Trig is deep as well. Look, half the deep songs I have, I don't release them. The things that I release are things that I feel like people can relate to. Because when I write it down, I want to go deeper. I feel like saying something like I love you is too common. I have to say it in a different way just to sound unnecessarily creative or deep. You understand? Yeah. So I do both. Big question. Anybody that loves music, anybody that thinks along the lines of change is who I do my music for. My music is not for static people. If you're static mentally, you will never enjoy my music because I'll never give you the same sound. And a lot of people have fallen off my music for this reason. People text and say, "Oh, Trig, you're not giving us the same my jolly, my life, Egyptian thing." But for crying out loud, I'm growing. You know, I may not be 40 yet, but I'm getting there. You know, yeah. And you don't expect me, even if you buy a shoe today, tomorrow you outgrow it. If you buy a dress today, tomorrow you outgrow it. So why do you think that my music must sound the same? You know, and we have forced a lot of our musicians to sound the same, not because they want to. It's because they are afraid to lose out in the market. So we've limited creativity. You know, fortunately for me, I'm strong in my mind, so I don't care. You know, I've gotten to the point where I know people will listen to your music regardless. Even if 10 out of 10, 2 will listen, the 2 means a lot to me. If the 8 will not listen, it's fine. The 2 means a lot to me. And those are the people I make my music for. Yeah, I mean, national change, generational change. I want generations to come to say that, oh, Charlie, there was a musician that lived that was able to cause a change. You know, for instance, I took initiatives like the Trigmatic Music Club, like Grow Ghana, Eat Ghana. You know, so many of these initiatives, it's not because I want fans. It's not fans. Because at the end of the day, I put in my money from the little that I get. You know, it's a part that's very unappreciated. People will not appreciate these things. Not now, but in the future. I'm looking at the young guys in the club who are playing drums now, who are playing guitars, who are playing the percussions, who are learning. You know, the young ones who will be able to learn the history of Ghanaian music through the club. That is where my passion lies. Wow. Staying away from everybody. I stay away from everybody. I also keep myself away from conforming by being a fan. I'm a fan, man. I'm a big fan of every Ghanaian artist. If I don't become a fan and I become a competitor, frustration will set in because I would want my music to compete with their music and I will miss out on the focus. So I become a fan to their music. I enjoy their music. I enjoy me some good Stonebwoy music. I love Stonebwoy, by the way. I love his songs. And I love me some high life music. And I love what Kwame Eugene and Kiddy are doing. And I love what's, you know, Shatta, Captain Planet, the rest. I love what they are doing. So I become a fan. That way, I'm not thinking, you know, Radio Go or Vibe or, sorry, Live FM, YFM. In fact, I'll not be thinking that YFM, Xylophone, they are not playing my songs, but they are playing Stonebwoy songs. No. But when I listen, I'll be like, oh, Charlie, that's Bawasawa, and I'm enjoying it. That way, my mind is cool. It's cool, and I don't try to do what it is, so it will not make me want to try to do what they are doing. Because if mine doesn't work, I'll kill myself. You know, I'll kill myself mentally. I will blame myself. You know, why am I not doing music like them? Why is no. But what the end we are seeing, we want to mean some so. Nansu wenye muntu o na kosiano paya yenyanyo enji wonye adia uye bia no koswa na dachi ube hunu so mfasuo dachi ube hunu so mfasuo na dachi ube hunu so mfasuo. I want you to be you for just you. I wish you would know you for just you. Get shit is out.